Happy Friday!
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, everybody!
Happy Friday! So, Sissy, what's going on for tonight? For our topics, that is.
Let's see. For our topics, we have. We be grooving to the music. We gotta turn down just a little bit so you guys can hear what we actually about to say.
Right, right.
We have National Provider Appreciation Day, which is the Friday before Mother's Day. We have National Dog Moms Day. We're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Cornelia de Lange syndrome awareness, and we also are going to talk about some life hacks. Different things that you could do to help you get through life a little bit easier. Stay
Yeah,
tuned.
yeah. For Fun Fact Friday.
Keeping it real. Fun Friday. Yes,
Yeah,
it is
well,
Fun
hello,
Facts
Stephen.
Friday. We
Yeah,
made it through
hello.
another
Yeah,
week.
yes, yes. And so, how
Yes.
was your week?
My week was good. My week was good. It seemed like it started off seeming like it was going slow, but then it seemed like it picked up because I'm like, oh wait a minute, we're already here at Friday.
Right.
Tuesday, I was thinking it was Friday. I was like, it's only Tuesday, but then it just picked up.
I just get excited when it's Fun Fact Friday night. So it's like, it's that time. It's that time. So yeah. So
Yep.
yeah. I'm like you. Mine started out a little slow, but I guess we did like the Tina Turner. It started off slow and it ended fast and rough.
Oh yeah,
Now, and
that's
now
my
it's
song,
Fun Fact.
Proud Mary.
Right, right, right. So
Yep,
yeah.
that's my song.
So I hope everybody else had a wonderful week as well.
Me too, me too. And we really are looking forward to next week. I'm gonna drop the line right now because next week we are going to have a Zoom Uno game. We've been getting
Yes.
requests to bring that back and do another virtual game night. So
Mhm.
next week, the 14th, I think is next week. Yes,
Yes,
the
the
14th.
14th.
We're gonna have our Fun Facts Friday show, and then after that, we're going to do. Why you didn't tell me I had this mask?
Because we're still in the red tier.
You know what?
Look,
Right, but I didn't know I still had it hanging on my face there.
well,
I'll put
that's
it
the
back
way
on
to
when I know
go.
what to.
That's the way we do it. That's the way we do it.
Yes,
But
but
yeah, but the Uno, yeah, there was a lot of people. We have so much fun when we get together and do that Uno.
I think
Yeah,
last time we played Uno, we were on there like 2.5 hours. It was like, you guys realize we've been playing this long, and it was just a fun time. So we're gonna do
yeah,
another Zoom Uno game on next Friday. After we have our regular show, we're gonna go into Uno game. So we'll give you guys some more information on that coming up.
right.
But if you notice, I see Sissy looks like she is visiting a child care today or a school.
Yes,
Sissy, why is
yes.
that?
Well, today is a special day. It's, as you said, it's Child Care Providers Day, it's Teachers Day, it's
Okay,
Educators
that
Day. Um,
that
we
provider
have educators
appreciation,
all
huh?
in our midst. So this is one of my favorite. Um, Not only was it a child care provider for me, but one of my favorite educational um, places to be at. This is where I learned a lot. So how cool is it to be sitting in a place where you learn a lot?
A lot, yeah,
And
all the way
hey,
around, right?
and it's not just for the little kids. Even though I'm in the little kids chair, it's for big kids too. See,
Yeah,
so So
Yep,
yeah,
we can learn a lot. So yeah,
learn
it
a
is
lot.
National Provider Appreciation Day, and it's also known as National Child Care Provider Day, and it's celebrated on the Friday before Mother's Day. This day is to recognize childcare providers, teachers, and other educators of young children everywhere. And this day started in 1996 by a group of volunteers in New Jersey. This group, they saw the need to recognize the tireless efforts of providers who care for children of working parents. Now, some of you out there, you may be doing the distance learning. Lately,
Mhm.
you may have your children at home. So hopefully you have a new appreciation for those childcare providers and educators who are teaching your children all day, every day.
Every
Maybe
day.
you have a new appreciation. And so if you missed out today, on Monday, if your child is going to a school or to a child care, just make sure you tell them thank you. It
Right.
takes a lot. And it's most providers do not do it for the money. They do it because they truly love children and
Love.
they want to see them learn and thrive. So just show your appreciation for them.
Well, I have heard, several times, just not here with people that we know, but just on the news with a lot of the actors and different
Hmm.
things that are trying to do this. They have a better appreciation for these people, these educators and everything. So yeah, so
Yes.
I guess you know how it says you don't understand something until you go through the storm. Well,
Right?
now they understand, you know, when you go up there and say, "Oh, you said this to my kid and this and this." No, now you got a new appreciation for it. Yes.
Exactly. So let's see. It is
National.
Mother's Day. Well,
Yeah, well,
yeah,
no.
before we go to Mother's Day, we have a day coming before Mother's Day.
Yes, yes. And so I know that this is a day for my sissy. Well, for a lot of my people that we know, but especially for my sissy because I am a part of that. It is National Dog Moms Day.
Woo woo, that's my day.
Your day. It's your
And
day.
guess what? I even got a T-shirt for it, so I'm gonna wear my T-shirt tomorrow that says "Dog Mom."
Yay! Yay! So actually, what today is, it recognizes that the bond that women share with their fur kids.
Hmm.
So I know that you're probably saying a fur kid. Yeah, you
Our
got
fur
that
babies.
dog, the little fur dog. I got a fur niece. Okay, so the dogs, they provide us humor. They give us charm. Um, they make us laugh. We hold them, and even when they're naughty, they're just like any other, like a kid. We still love them.
Hmm.
We guide them. We train them to be who this dog is. When we say come here and sit, we do that the same with the kids. So why can't we do that, fur friends? So you know, happy National Dog Moms Day, sissy.
Thank you. Yes, that's tomorrow. You will see me walking around with my Dog Mom shirt. And guess what? Dogs cost about, well, I can't say about because I don't have to pay for child. Well, yes, I do.
Yeah,
Just
you
like a
do.
child, you have to pay for child care if you want to find a dog boarding for them to go to. You have to pay for their
Medical,
food still. You still got to pay for
medical.
exactly right. See, they need to let us claim our dogs on our taxes.
And hey, and you look, when I say medical, for real medical, you have to give them pills and everything, every night, just like you would have to do for a kid if they're sick or
That's
whatever.
that is true. If they get cut, you still got to clean their wounds. Yes. Thank
Yeah.
you, Nana Ann. I see some people say Happy National Fur Day to me. Thank you. It's Friday. Now, another day on Saturday that we want to recognize is Cornelia de Lange Syndrome Awareness. That is the second Saturday in May. I hope I pronounced that correctly. It may also be known as CDLS, and that is a syndrome that causes a range of physical, cognitive, and medical challenges. It is a genetic disorder that, even though present at birth, it is not always diagnosed at
So
birth.
Sissy is cutting in and out. So it's a genetic disorder that even though it's present at birth, it's not always diagnosed at birth.
Right, right.
So it affects the physical and the intelligent development of a child. So CDLS is often known as the Bushy syndrome or the Amsterdam dwarfism. So we see that a lot, but we don't know, exactly what it is. But after, looking at this and understanding, I get it now. So
Can you hear me now,
that,
Sissy?
yes, I can hear you now.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and tell them what leads to the severe developmental abnormalities.
It says that the CDLS can lead to severe developmental abnormalities, and it affects, that's a difficult word right there, abnormalities, affecting an estimated 1 in 10,000 to 30,000 people. So if you think about how many people are in the world, that actually is not a high ratio. 1 in 10,000 to 30,000, that's a good number of people that are affected by this syndrome. And I'm glad that they call it a syndrome versus a disorder. Sometimes when we hear disorder, it automatically makes you think something's wrong. Calling it a syndrome, I don't know, to me made it like it is what it is. It's something, I don't know. Maybe that's just a personal me moment.
Yeah, well, they say that it's present at birth, but it's not always diagnosed at birth. So
true. And I would think if it says that it may affect the physical and it could be sometimes called the dwarfism, they may not notice it at birth. You may not notice it until your child reaches a certain height or as they get older and you start noticing the developmental things that aren't happening.
Well, you see that a lot. I remember watching the daytime talk shows, and they used to have those individuals on there, and they couldn't explain why they stopped growing.
Right.
Or I remember it was a show they had not only individuals that had stopped growing, but those that had grown old they aged faster than what they were. So they had all of these what they call syndromes. And yeah, it was nothing that was at birth, but it came later in life.
Right. There is one more day we want to share that is on Sunday, May 9th, and that is Mother's Day. Yes, and we want to recognize all mothers, and I would say that would include grandmothers because you wouldn't be a grandmother if you weren't first a mother. So all mothers and mother figures. I also say mother figures. That's nowadays that may be a lot more prevalent than some mothers. So we recognize all of you for taking the time and opening your hearts to care for your children.
Yeah, and sometimes other children.
Right. That's what we say, mother figures too.
Mother figures, right. Yep. Right. So yeah, to all of you out there, happy Mother's Day.
Yes.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. So Sissy,
don't say we didn't ever tell you nothing happened.
Speaking of Mother's Day, my mom, she comes up with a lot of little tips and be like, you know what? You should do this, or if you excuse me, if you do this, like when it comes to baking, this is one I can think of. You need to let the butter get to room temperature first.
Yeah, it'll work better. It'll blend better. I heard you tell you about the room temperature butter.
Yep, or they give you these little tips and say my mom makes pancakes from scratch, and she'll say, you need to mix the liquid stuff, then sift together the dry stuff, and then mix it together. So they give you those little life tips to help you get through. So we're going to share about 10 of them that we picked. Now, these 10 Fun Facts Friday has not tested all of them. We are just
so
sharing
these tips that we're going to give you, Fun Facts Friday has not tested all of these, so we're not sure if they actually work.
Right.
But
they come from BuzzFeed.com. So we're gonna have some fun with these fun facts.
But you may say, hey, I've done that before. So if you've done it before and it worked for you, let us know that it did really work for you.
Yeah. Or comment some that you think you may have a life hack you want to add to the list.
Right.
So the first one. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead with your first one.
The first one is, if you have hard butter but want to bake, use a cheese grater to quickly soften it. Now, Sissy, I'm going to let you expand on that one for a second. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, I don't know, Sissy. If you're grating some hard butter, I don't know, will that make it softer, or is it because it's hitting up? I wonder if you have to warm the grater first, and then with your warm hands as you're slicing, if that's what softens it up as you're doing it. Has anyone ever tried that? I wonder. That's going to be something interesting, and that's something that I would definitely have to try. I do know that I use a grater to grate my eggs up. Like if I'm making a salad and it calls for eggs in it, I will grate my my hard-boiled eggs instead of sitting there chopping it all up. I will grate it inside of that. But I've never used a grater for my hard butter. So I have to try that, not just for bacon, but I love bread. So I have to try that for my bread instead of sitting there trying to hold it between my hands and rubbing it together. So if you guys have tried it, like I said, if you tried it, let us know. If you decide you want to try it, you let us know if it really works. And we're going to try it as well. I know that you guys always say you're going to try something. And we do sometimes, but sometimes we're a little bit forgetful and we forget to let you know. So we'll do better with that. Now, right now, this is for, your kids that are in class, but I know you as the parents, you feel like you're in class too. So if you're having trouble staying awake in class, or, maybe even in a meeting, see how long you can keep your feet lifted up slightly off of the ground. I know I've tried it and I do know it works, because then you start feeling the burn in your calves and everything. And then you let them down and you're like, whoa. So, and you just keep doing that. And sometimes that helps to keep you awake or keep you alert while you're in these meetings, because you're doing something else with your body rather than just sitting there, just staring at the computer. Staring at the computer a lot of times is what makes us sleepy. So we have to decide to do something else. So no one can see you lifting your legs slightly under the table. Or sometimes you can just lift them, put them down, lift them, put them down, and kind of exercise them, and nobody can really see that. So that's a good thing. Have you ever gotten a splinter below your skin surface? I know as a child, I used to always get splinters. I never wrapped a banana around it to get it out. They always got that, went to the stove and got that hot needle. You remember that? Yeah. So, right, that's what they said, but it was like cutting me open. And then they would get those tweezers, and then they come and look, they push their glasses up. Yeah, I can't hear you. Because you're on mute.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
I can hear you now.
I thought that was a weird one, to wrap a banana peel around the splinter to get it out.
Yeah, I have never ever ever um
I've never heard that. Now, it does say wet side against your skin, and it will draw the splinter out most of the time. But I don't know how that's gonna work either. Do you want to know something I thought about too? Because I tried to think, when's the last time I had a splinter? You know, you used to get splinters a lot when you were little.
but that's what I just said before you unmuted yourself.
Oh,
Uh, I said we used to get splinters all the time, but for some reason I I haven't got a splinter for forever.
right,
And I
right.
think you know what? I think I'm traumatized by that needle that they would put on the
You just make sure you don't touch anything that's gonna give you a splinter.
right, right. But I don't hear kids getting splinters and things anymore. So I
Well,
guess they don't climb up on trees or over fences and everything like we did.
or maybe some of the that could be true too. Or a lot more of the toys now seem to like if you go to the park are plastic.
Yeah.
So that's they may be why they changed where the toys and the climbing structures had to be plastic or metal or something because maybe too many people were getting splinters.
So guess what? When they get older and do a fun fact Friday, they're gonna talk about how that stuff used to burn them up.
That sun shining down on it. Yep.
Or
Yep.
how look or how they would be on the swing or on the Ferris. I mean on the what's that
The
thing called? The
merry-go-round.
merry-go-round. The merry-go-round. And
Yep.
when they would put it, they was leaking in because it was getting hot and that plastic was getting too soft. Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep. Man.
Yes.
So speaking of wood, our next life hack says use mayonnaise to remove water stains in wood from cups and glasses. Now I didn't understand that one because a wooden cup use mayonnaise to remove water stains in oh okay the water stains in the wood from cups and glasses. So if you have a wood table and you set your cup or glass on top of it, the ring of the
Right.
cup. Okay, because I was
Right.
like, wood cups, glass. Okay, you can tell we just copied some of these facts. Told you we haven't tested them. We just
Yeah, but
copied from the list.
that one I definitely haven't
Now
tested.
I wonder. You know, how some people say Miracle Whip and mayonnaise is comparable. I disagree with that statement, but I
No,
wonder if it has to be mayonnaise, or could someone use Miracle Whip to do the same thing?
I don't know, but that's okay. Here we go talking about food, but
We gonna try something out.
yeah, but you know what? No, but there's like some cakes that are out there that say use mayonnaise,
Hmm.
and if you try to use Miracle Whip,
It doesn't work. And
it
probably
doesn't work.
because mayonnaise is really just oil and eggs.
Right.
So I guess I could see the oil to do. I'm thinking about how that works on the wood. Maybe I don't know. I can't try to guess
Well,
because
all I
I
can
don't
see is
understand it.
the oil penetrating through because when it's wood, you do use the oil base,
To shine
to
your
shine
wood.
it up.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's true. So maybe that's hmm.
I'll just use that little grease can on my stove and see what happens.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me know.
Yeah, I'll let you know. But talking about on the stove, something on the stove, how do you boil your pasta?
I usually get a pot and I put some water in it and I put a little bit of oil so that it doesn't stick together and then I put the pasta in.
Well, on this BuzzFeed, on this hack site, it says that if you boil pasta and you put it in a shallow pan like a skillet type
Uh huh.
frying pan,
Hmm.
um, it takes less water and it cooks faster.
I guess it could take less water. But would it take less water? You still gotta have enough water to cover the noodles. But I guess because it's more
But
spread out.
yeah, well, you know what? It just depends on what size pan that you are,
That's true.
frying pan that you're using.
Well,
But if
I
you
know
have,
if I make macaroni and cheese, like we couldn't do that on a Thanksgiving or something, because I'm making
mm-mm,
about 4 pans of macaroni and cheese to disperse
no,
everywhere. We don't have a frying pan big enough for that one.
yeah, well, I think this is just if you're doing pasta for two,
Right, right, a small little dish.
right?
Now that's one that I could probably try. And that actually, you know what, you can make a one skillet meal because you could boil your pasta in the pan and, well, I don't know, because I make my spaghetti sauce in the pan and then combine it together. But if
Well,
you
you
just
can
want to do
still just,
like pasta and just marinara, you could do your pasta and then just pour the marinara and you'd only have to use one pan.
well, I don't know. I wonder if we could fry up our turkey or ground beef or whatever you want to use your plant-based
Hmm.
beef, fry it up. Not plant-based beef, but
Right. I know what you mean. The plant-based meat
meat,
substitute.
right?
Right.
Yeah. But if you can fry that up and
Hmm.
then put your sauce in there with a little water in your noodles and then let it boil down.
That'd be like a hamburger helper. Remember
Well,
hamburger helper? You put the
yeah,
noodles in at one time. You put
yeah,
everything in pretty much at one time with hamburger helper, and then the water cover it. Yep, it
yeah,
probably could work. Be a one dish thing. I haven't had hamburger helper. We talk about a lot of stuff from being a kid. I haven't
right.
had hamburger helper in a while.
Hey, you know what else we haven't had in a while either? Sloppy Joes.
Yep,
What they call them, marriage sandwiches.
man. Which yep, that's true.
Yeah,
Um,
those were really really good. Um, but sometimes on Saturdays we would have those sloppy joes or marriage sandwiches and everything,
mm-hmm.
and we would be outside playing, and my mom would call and say, the sloppy joes are ready, sloppy joes are ready,
Right.
and then we come running in the house and we like, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot. But it's crazy because this has a hack that says that all we have to do was do what, Sissy?
Get that ice or run your wrist under cold water to or rub an ice cube on your pulse points like right here at your temples to cool down all over quickly when you get overheated. You know what, that might be a good thing to tell children, like, you know how now everybody's wash hands, it's like as soon as you come inside wash your hands. So
Hmm.
wash your hands, and then if you still hot after you wash your hands, just run some cold water because you'll already be right there at the sink.
Right, right. I don't
You'll
know.
cool off.
I don't know.
Now I
I don't.
have done the ice, or if you like get a cold towel and you put it on your forehead because it's the same type of principle, and then it does cool you down pretty quick.
Hmm.
Ice
They
might
have
cool you
those
down too
patches
quick though.
now. Those patches that you can
To
put on
cool
there.
down, just to cool down.
Yeah, I
I
have
don't
one of
think I've
those
seen
towels.
that.
Well, I'll show you one of the towels that I have, and it does that. As
I
a
haven't
matter of
seen that
fact,
one.
it's in the car right now.
Yeah.
Mhm. So, since we're here and I'm here in the
I
in
was
the center
I
here,
was just thinking we have
and I'm
the next
looking at,
hack's good for where you're at.
huh?
I was just thinking the next hack is good for where you're at.
I know. So I'm looking around like, okay, if the power goes out here, since we still have these rolling blackouts and we still
Right.
get cut off like it is, this hack says that we can take that crayons are flammable. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, saying that the crayons are flammable, because most of the time it's kids playing with those crayons. But
But they're not playing with matches at the same time, so
well, yeah, well, I
it
know.
should
It's
be
just the
okay.
fact that it's flammable that has me feeling some kind of way. But it has me feeling a good way because if the power goes off, I said, bring me some of those crayons over here.
Mm-hmm.
And if you light them up, the top of them up, do you know that they can make like a candlelight for about an hour?
Now, when they did that test, I'm being devil's advocate. What size crayon did they use? Because if I get some of those thick jumbo crayons, will I be able to have candlelight for longer than 1 hour? And does it have to be Crayola? Do the
Well,
generic crayons work the same way, I wonder? We should do that test.
we're gonna do that test.
We should do that test and record it and post it up for you guys. We're going to try different brands of crayons and see if they burn the same. Or do you have to make sure you keep a box of Crayola somewhere or a box of the Quick Right? I wonder if
Yeah,
it makes a
yeah.
difference.
And I wonder if the color makes a difference.
Will the color change the will the color of the crayon change the color of the flames? That
Right.
saying? Now that would be a good one. That would, yeah,
Mhm.
that's a good test for us to run. We always thought we gonna run a test on food. That's gonna be a good test for us to run and see with these crayons,
And
because we don't want you guys to be out somewhere and trying to do trying to light a fire or light a candle because you can't see, but you don't
right,
have the right utensils. That might mess you up
it will mess you up. It's got no might. It will.
because you'll still be sitting in the dark.
Right. So look, like we said in the beginning, is that
We have not tested these
we have
facts.
not tested these facts. So don't be saying, well, Fun Fact Friday said if I burn some candles.
Right, but the candle one, I think we should do that as a true test, a Fun Fact Friday test, and we'll come back and let you guys know about the candles because I'm curious if they have to be a certain type of candle.
Right. But now this next hack, I actually did do this. So I
You
know
did?
that I did do it and I know that it works. So when we all went on that cruise together,
Mm-hmm.
I had I brought some candied ginger with me.
Okay.
And we just, sucked on that. We never got sick or anything. I'm gonna tell you this two true stories about that. One was one of the people that was with us, with our group,
Uh-huh.
and she was just so sick. And I said, well, what's wrong? I'm not gonna call her name, but she told me. So I had some in my purse, so I gave her, a
Hmm.
couple of the little candy ginger, not the raw ginger. This was the candy ginger
Right.
because it does taste better and it's more,
Yes, that
pleasing.
raw ginger a little spicy.
So when I saw her the next day,
Hmm.
she said, it really worked. And she said, and I'm a cruiser and I didn't know that. I said, yeah, I was
Oh
told that.
wow.
But there was this young lady, didn't know me,
Hmm.
I didn't know her, she didn't know me, and she was just sick. And we were um getting some coffee or something like that. And so she was just like, I can't make it, this, that, and another. And so I told her, and she said, for real? I said, yeah. I said, I don't have any on me, but I have some in our room, in our cabin, right?
Right.
Do you know that she followed my aunt and I back to she did. So when I didn't see her anymore until the ship docked and we were, lining up to go off, and she looked
Uh-huh.
at me and she said,
So it worked, huh?
it worked.
Okay.
But I didn't
I
get
have
sick.
heard that ginger helps your stomach.
Yeah. Well, and it helps with the nausea because see, if you take that Dramamine, there's certain things that you can't do if you take that Dramamine. So I was on a cruise. I wanted to have fun.
So
So
you
I can't
so
say what I was doing because of,
right,
I'm in the
right.
kids
So
area, but
you use the ginger, the candy
right,
ginger.
right,
Cool.
right. So that does work. Our Face Fun Fact Friday people that love us and that are following us, that's one that really works.
Well, I'm gonna share one last hack that Wilson was talking to Wilson, and Wilson, we have a question about this one. It says if you have hiccups, eat a spoonful of peanut butter. Now, when I read that, I'm like, of course you're not gonna have a hiccup because you're gonna be choking on the peanut butter.
Right. You're gonna stick together.
Right. Eat a spoonful of peanut butter. That's a lot of peanut butter at one time.
Right, right.
That's a lot of peanut butter at one time.
That's a lot. That's a lot. And I
But
don't
I
know.
guess it will get rid of your hiccups. Cause how you gonna hiccup with your mouth full of peanut? Oh, I never heard of that one, but that's
Right,
another good
right,
one.
right, right. So yeah, so that's
Those are our
pretty good.
hacks we wanted to share with you guys. Now we
Yeah.
do have some upcoming things going on in the community we want to share. We have our volunteer at Solano Food Bank Day. You can still sign up for that. All
Mhm.
children ages 5 and up, all people ages 5 and up are invited, but children 8 and under must be accompanied by an adult. You please visit mayfoodbankday.org www.eventbrite.com and sign up. You must register ahead of time so that we can maintain social distancing. We will be going out next Saturday, May 15th, from 11 to 1. So that is the Volunteer at Solano Food Bank Day.
And you know what, Sissy?
Yes.
You know, I know that people probably look and say, God, that's 2 hours, because, you know, once you go in there, you know.
That time goes by quick, though.
It does. It really, 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 really does. We had some good conversation and everything. The kids were, you know, they were there. So that time, it went by really, really quick. And it's amazing how when they brought over that container empty, and by the time you leave, it's filled up. You know, and you're looking like, God, we bagged up all of that? Yes. So yeah. You guys can come out and join the Word of Faith and P3 Academy for this. Please do. Please do. Bring the kids, you know, especially, you know, if you want to start getting them involved in more community services and everything. This is a good educational thing to do.
Yes, it is. This one is tomorrow, Saturday, May 8th. It is a virtual wellness retreat. You can register for that at bit.ly/wellnessretreat-ncbw. And Dr. Trina Wiggins, who's a pediatrician, fitness competitor, she will be your keynote speaker. And Kirsten Rogers will be talking about Black to Yoga and the transformational power of yoga to Black people. So that is tomorrow, but that is also something, it is free, but you do need to register.
And you know what, for our viewers that are are outside of this county that we're in, you can be from anywhere and log on and participate in this. So yeah. Yes.
This one is share real quick the Agent Services Business Affiliate Program. If you have a business, small business, large business, if you are trying to build a business, contact us on Facebook at Agent Services and get some information on that. We want to help promote each other and support other businesses in the area. So those are our community events. Remember, our Zoom Uno is next Friday at 7:30. Watch for that. We will be posting the links up. We will
bring
share. Make sure you get your standard deck of cards. Everyone is required to have their own deck of cards to be able to play. And we had a lot of fun last time, so get ready to join us again for that.
Aren't I still the queen?
I don't know if you're the queen or if Desiree is still the queen.
I think winning? I think I'm the queen.
I don't know. We might have to go back to the recordings and we're gonna look and see who the recording was, because I don't think it was. I don't know. It might not have been you.
Hey, you know I'm like Nick Cannon and Wilding Out. You know I be cheating.
Right, and that's why I'm not too sure it was you that was the queen of Zoom Uno. We will have to look that one up.
Hey, so I'll see everybody on Sunday in the chat. I want to say Happy Mother's Day. So find me in the chat at WOFCCFairfield.com. And Happy Mother's Day.
Yes, Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. We will see you guys next Friday.